tail up here. It's full and clipped away by Ravindra. Nice way to get off the mark. They'll come back for at least 2. And it's a long boundary out there. Easy 3. Just noticed in that prior over too. Oh, that one's close in 2, past Ravindra. Oh, he's been very good to the left-handers today, just behind the umpire. You can probably see those blue lines just to the left of the umpire and behind him. Third slip back in place and a quick single taken, had to hustle. Gee, that would have been touch and go. Test wicket. And his first test wicket, first test since 2020, so it's been a while. But there's a swing of that Ravindra.
And he's got the ball that angles back in. Tom Latham was wrecked on the front pad.
Going to be a couple here? No. Kane Williamson says, calm down, Rachin.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. This wasn't that short. Well, maybe you hit this along the ground down to fine leg.
Got underneath it, helped it on its way. Yeah, out of the middle, it just flew. This is a ground where the ball does fly a long way. Once you get it up, that's gone a long way back. It wasn't even close to the fielder. It's fuller this time.
Yeah, this is a second spell for Mariki, and this is what.
Oh, it's just a hint of shape away. That's a good area right there. Oh, just short. Just short. Didn't carry. Yeah, good channel. Really good channel from Mariki, who's been impressive on debut. Yeah, good running. Pick up a single to finish the over. 20 overs gone, 56 for 2. It's like a... that hard, but can't beat cover. Sometimes the thinking, Reed, with that fielder that goes out is that...
One of the first players I remember, they started to have fields where very early on
as well. That's a good area right there from Deswat.
But Rachin Ravindra is not Brian Lara.
That's a lovely off drive, but can't beat mid off. 56 for 2. That's a lovely shot, but the man is back there. We'll keep it to 1. Which is why it made that New Zealand. That's where he had some success. And he picked up Devon Conway with his first ball. Oh, that's a shot. Again, can't pierce the gap. And that's not going to be helped by no spinner in the side either, Rick, or no frontline spinner. It's a real talking point and an issue is take drinks, you take a couple of wickets, you take a couple of other time allowances. That's a good channel, well played, solid in defence. Anything that speeds up the game, I think it's got to be good for the game, Rick. Yeah, good areas from Mariki. It's another good over. 65 for 2. On the drive and get a single where he was expecting it to go. Very good afternoon to Katie Martin. Katie, it was, I think, a solid first session from both teams.
Well, sometimes when it hits the toe marker, it does fly.
This first wee period is so important here for South Africa.
Mackie, you're playing against a team that...
Oh, it's on the pull shot, no timing at all. It is a little bit obvious when you're just standing there watching the opposite cricket, domestic cricket. There's video of everyone, so you get to know. But not so much for this South African side. Now, that's a nice shot, finds the gap. Timing's excellent from Ravindra. He's tried a number of times to get it through that gap. This time he does and picks up 4. Now, that's a nice shot, finds the gap. Timing's excellent from Ravindra. He's tried a number of times to get it through that gap. This time he does and picks up 4.
Just a bit wider.
In his previous test matches he's played, he's generally been a bowling all-rounder. Batted down at numbers 7 and 8, which is... ...28 gone, 76 for 2. On the drive again is Ravindra. There's a man back there, he's going to have some work to do. And in the end he does well. It's Deswart. He had a long way to go and keeps it to 2. Oh, there's an inside edge pass, leg stump. That's a great piece of fielding. Who's that? Patterson's done really well. Looked like it had 4 written all over it, and they'll keep it to 2. Excellent work. That's a good channel right there from Mareki. Of course, had the perfect start.
Apparently he didn't get too much sleep overnight. Yeah, it's... What were you like leading into your debut, Mac? If you can get back that far.
She Mark War. But you try and cover all the scenarios, don't you? And then something different comes along. End of the over, 30 gone, 80 for 2. Oh, past the outside edge. Good channel, good start. That's better, defending back to mid-off. Facing the red ball. Yeah, good. That's a good leave. Yeah, he's on the pull shot. There's a man back there, so it'll just be the 1.
I think I'm also coming in previously at number 7. It's quite often either the aggressor role where the...
Still getting some lovely movement off the pitch. And
Have done so far, I reckon. They've asked questions, and Rachin Ravindra's just got himself in. You feel that.
This is a big innings for Rachin Ravindra in particular. But here it's watchful. Ravindra takes a quick single, short mid wicket. Olafia from the Tauranga end, and that's a ripper. Really is for Olafia here, which has been his MO since his first few overs this morning.
The seam movement that did him.
Oh, and again. This is great stuff from Olafia here. Olafia's bowling consistent line and length here to Rachin Ravindra. So what's... Takes a single, finish the over. On to Swat.
The seam asking questions. Just hang in there for Deswart.
Well, it's a huge ask, isn't it? Sounded good off the bat, but straight to the fielder from Ravindra there. I think he's... He's educated at the Afrikaans Hoër School. It was Ruan de Swart. lot of aerial antics around. Oh, lovely, but man back. Deep point, gets that. Leaves this one, Rachin Ravindra.
Good spell from Olivier here. Testing spell. Over here, Olivier.
Yeah, well, he's got 59 test wickets. So, of all the bowlers here, by far the most experienced, 15 test caps to his name. A lot on offer, just enough. They're looking to go after that. There's a brief moment of excitement for 14. Nothing comes of it. Such an interesting bowler to watch. Everything feels so compressed and rushed right at the moment of delivery, doesn't it? All happens there. This right arm comes up. This is jerking action. And forward plays it nicely. Rachin Ravindra gets a good stride in.
It's also, that's what I feel. It's such a shame we don't play 5-match test series. Tight lines and there's discipline. But it's to try and pounce on it. As soon as that discipline wanes, the bowlers get a little bit tired. That's where that focus about switching on and switching off counts for so much.
Ravindra, high elbowed. Sense he's looking full. Can't get hold of that. Ravindra, 39 overs gone here, 93 for 2.
I think at the other end, when you've got a player like Ravindra, who will be desperate for a good test total.
End of the over, 40 gone. It's 94 for 2.
I wonder if Ravindra would have the, I don't know, the confidence at the end of the over to walk.
Support from the children. Nicely driven. A loud call of weight. 41 overs gone, 95 for 2.
Well, he's been thrashing away. Yeah, you can see there too, he's just opened the blade at the end.
Maiden over, 99 for 2. That. There was a time in South African cricket where spinners weren't.
No, I think New Zealand went to a 4-prong bowling attack. But had New Zealand had, let's say Dan Vettori was still playing or someone of
Nicely struck down the ground with some good fielding. A single to end the 45th over. 104 for 2. I was delighted when I heard about the comms team at TVNZ, and I saw. Lucky.
wasn't quite there to play that shot. This is fantastic.
Rare flourish from Rachin Ravindra. This is the importance for me, Mac, of Rachin Ravindra having this particular innings. Playing the ball on its merits, the shots will come. We're going to tire these two guys out, these three guys out. Now opportunity will present itself. And there's a Through the field. That's what he's been looking for. Beats the man at mid-off, sprawling dive, Rachin Ravindra.
A lot of these shots have been going straight to the field at the angle across the left-hander. This time he managed to thread the gap between mid-off and cover. And got the boundary he's been looking for.
A lot of movement, either up and down the pitch or laterally within the crease. Just there a hint, stepping back. And surf beach too. Plays leg side this time. Ravindra, that's the end of the 47th. It's 1-1-1 for 2. At Bay Oval. Oh, and that's a lovely shot. You don't even bother with that. One bounce over for 4.
A little bit on the short side. Peterson offered it up. He wasn't going to miss out on that. It's well in front of square. Nearly went for 6, so put some pressure back on the bowler straight away.
And this is full, clipped away. Lovely bit of fielding that. Close in.
It's funny, Sumo, too, over a long innings, sometimes you just go through periods where the timing's good.
Straight bat this time. Yeah, Ravindra interested in that positional change. Man at mid-wicket there, side of the ground too, of course. So Patterson doesn't want to miss short, give him that opportunity again in this over. Just notice those shorter deliveries from Patterson. T fast approaching here at Bay Oval. Ravindra and Williamson both on the cusp of half centuries here. Nicely played. Can't beat the field though. Mac, and then we move to the Basin Reserve for quite a different finish.
Yeah, some atmosphere here at this ground, wasn't there, with the Barmy Army in.
34 half centuries, incredible. Ravindra, meanwhile, toils away. He moves to 48.
Yeah, when you're going 1 for 1 effectively, Scotty, that's impressive.
Less than 30 overs.
Yeah, learning on the job, and I guess and find some fluency. I wouldn't say, you know, when Williamson, he was on 30 odd, a little bit tired. Or when the bowlers maybe they're just labouring a touch, it might just be.
That's cracked away. 50 up for Rachin Ravindra.
What a cracking shot to get your maiden test 50, Rachin Ravindra. Well, I said maybe he'll take it on in 10-15 overs time. This one just quite not as short as the other one. Decides to not go underneath it, decides to meet it in the middle of the bat. Well played, Rachin. 20 overs. Decent delivery from Mareki, good pace. But what I will ask you is, I guess,
Both of them real team men. And when you have a look at Sean von Berg, 37 years old.
well, Test cricket's tough, gets hard. Suddenly, if you leak another 20 runs, then it just looks even that much harder. But at the moment, I do feel that South Africa.
Cries of catch it. That will race away for 4. End of the over, 136 for 2. He's showing his intent as Rachin Ravindra, and he'll get just rewards for that shot. He's up to 60 with that boundary.
It's 50. He's done the same now. It really does look like Rachin Ravindra is comfortable at the crease. He's seeing the ball well. He's playing a lot more fluently. Innings yet, but he certainly looks a lot calmer at the crease. 141 for 2.
If you want to know the absolute...
One thing he does well, which is what Rachin Ravindra's done there, is he rotates the strike. He rotates the strike extremely well. He never allows his partner to stand on one end. Satna, who's captain you know, a number of times in the white ball game, and then you've got Southey, you've got that sort of forum you put together after, you know, a tea break, let's say. Now they'll be getting together, and maybe the batters will approach Kane. But not only that, but you're searching for the voice, for the leader that's actually going to tell you what the strategy is. So hopefully... Yeah, great delivery from Patterson. Well played by Ravindra, just leaving it. He's on 62. His face. You know, when you compare the two teams and the experience, that this is the time when you need that.
This is where they've got to stand up. And all of a sudden, the run scoring's becoming easier. The hard work has been done by the New Zealand batters out there. I think you need to be able to be dispassionate when required.
Well, I think looking back at that, Rig, it's also why Williamson is so...
Ravindra wants to go at the ball, and he wants to move towards it. He wants to hit it. He wants to feel it on the bat. Whereas in the early stages of Ravindra's innings, he was very much hitting at fielders.
6 light towers.
Through it goes. Probably not hit the height that he was looking to do. There was half a chance there, maybe, Ravindra.
Just a little bit loopier and wider. Yeah, he's just cutting off the ball, isn't he? Just come round with it.
Well, he dragged him into a bit of a full shot. It was a nice piece of bowling, a bit of loop. He's into his second over now, which incidentally... You don't need to make big steps to actually have effective footwork. I mean, you look at one of the... Yeah, then you look at a guy like Brian Lara, who had...
Ball, Brenny. Boy fella, boy fella.
Just happy to knock it around.
It's a shot that, and a great piece of fielding too. They're still out there giving it their all.
Yeah, another close one, but not quite. There's been a few opportunities with Williamson.
Oh, taking a couple of steps this time, Rachin Ravindra. Down to that, defending. 1-8-1 for 2. Oh, that's a stray delivery from Brunt, and it's turned around the corner. There's no one there. Another boundary for Rachin Ravindra.
Brunt down the leg side. Rachin Ravindra drops the knee and just helps it on its way. It's vacant over there. No one at 45. It's not really where Brunt is back as well.
Yeah, just to round out that conversation about the New Zealand batting card, Southey listed to come in at 11.
Nichols.
Yeah. I was wondering when you were going to get to that.
9 Test centuries to his name in the New Zealand team. 56 matches to his name. So I guess you look at it from New Zealand's perspective and think that maybe it's a change of guard, change of direction.
Yeah, Will Young can't make this side either. That's an embarrassment of riches, really, for New Zealand. And Clyde Fontaine getting a bit excited behind the stumps, but nothing doing. Look at the pull, it's gone high. It's gone high and dropped. Oh dear, oh dear. Making eye contact at all.
150-run partnership
Well, he's played some crunching pull shots, Rachin Ravindra. This one he gets almost on the toe of the bat. Nolafia diving full stretch. He should have taken that. He wasn't in a great position. He was forced to dive at the end. And South Africa have spilled another one. That is absolute heartache, especially when the partnership now goes to 150. He started taking it on.
Oh, that's gone through the air as well. It's just his 4 tests. Rachin Ravindra, his previous best was 18 not out. He's there on 81 now. It's been a long innings. That's nicely played, but again, straight to the fielder. That's the captain, Neil Brand. End of the 71st over. 190 for 2, and time for a drink. Well, I slipped the right position here.
Leg and deep square leg.
Well, it is. Not short enough on that occasion. And that's pulled away. Safely enough. So Ravindra hitting with the wind in this strategy, and that's the other thing for Duane Olafia to consider here.
New Zealand on top.
It's been costly, hasn't it? Fielding's so important. And you can see those drops, Cass. They've just taken the energy, the air out of the South African players. You can see it heading towards the end of... If they don't pick up wickets with that second new ball.
End of the over, 201 for 2. Use of the feet and punished. 4 runs.
Best throughout the day, but this is one of his better shots. Got down to the pitch of the ball and it was a good swing of the bat. Came off the bat like a rocket and raced away. Lovely shot. I think they'll be pretty happy how the day's gone. I think they would have liked perhaps another 40 or 50 runs from where they are right at this moment, Cass, but they've had to work hard, like we've mentioned. Surface has been tricky at times.
It just plays on your mind all through the test match.
Win the toss, will bat first. It just doesn't happen because of New Zealand conditions. End of the over, 211 for 2.
Got 2 batters in the 90s, and they're pulling out their shots. Good positive intent. Easy as. 4 runs to Rachin Ravindra, takes him up to 96.
Get inside the line of the ball and hit down into the ground and pick his spot. Makes it look so easy. It's not an easy shot. Played it so well.
Good follow-up delivery.
Second bouncer of the over.
I was talking about that period of frustration. I just liked. Bit of hesitation. Good early call.
Yeah, there's 5 players back on the boundary for Rachin Ravindra.
A single takes Ravindra to 99, 228 for 2.
You know, New Zealand were 2 for 39, remembering that. They lost 2 early wickets. That's good from Patterson, just hanging it outside off stump.
Raise your back, Rachin Ravindra. What a day for this young man. A maiden test century at Bay Oval. And the crowd will rise to the occasion and applaud. What an innings from this young man. End of 80 overs. It's 230 for 2.
It's nicely played. Behind square, Rachin Ravindra to the boundary. Another 4 for him.
This feels good as a player. You come off balls that have been soft feeling against the batters. It's 80 overs old, and then this one just played nicely behind.
Marty, itching to get out there. Roll the arm. And Williamson. Caught, missed out, and that one's just nipped back inside edge onto the pad. Around the wicket to the left-hander, Stayne Patterson. He's looking to angle that straight in. Oh, it's full. Can't quite get hold of that though. Yeah, all very well to try and slip one through the gate, but Ravindra, the gate's been locked today. A couple have gone past the outside edge that he's just reached for, Rachin Ravindra. That was there to hit to square of the wicket, and that'll race away? No, covered. On how to separate this pair. Driving square this time, Rachin Ravindra. Desperate to break through, Patterson. Have to find a line. There's been many balls that have pitched on middle and has allowed him to be much clearer in his thinking as well. It feels to me, Katie, they just haven't created enough.
They've done it, but New Zealand have just been good enough to be able to keep them out. And also the technique coming as an opener in first-class cricket. To be able to just to ride those short deliveries, just to get his hands over it.
Out in the middle now for 5 hours too. And there's the inside edge that Patterson's looking for, but it's thick and it just sprays out. Now's the single.
An interesting decision for Daryl Mitchell to see whether he actually wants to go out there. Quite often he is that kind of guy that says, I just want to go out and bat.
It was just enough off the seam, and that one just nipping back too, so.
You start looking up at the clock and you think, okay, there's a couple of minutes down. We're still...
Of the World Test Champion, edge over the top of third. That'll run away for 4. It was a loose shot from Rachin Ravindra. Gets away with it, and Mareki, of course, can't believe it.
Just over pitch, searching for it, but look at that. That is a beautiful position. Any kids or club cricketers that are watching, that is the way to do it.
Flipped away. That's 4 more. This is insult after injury now. One of the great things about the World Test Championship is the fact slow over rates are penalised. So they should be. Well, it's now the 3rd highest partnership.
Runs immediately.
And I know that both players have got hundreds on the board, but it's a new day for them as well.
Edge through where that 3rd slip would have been, and 4 to New Zealand.
Have an extra slip and play with the 2nd new ball for this very reason. Outside edge on the drive would have gone nicely to 3rd slip. Get the feeling that South Africans' mindset's way too defensive. That's good. That's a good channel there from Ruan de Swart.
Talking about that perfect length to bowl on the surface, Macca. Nicely played and good stop by the Swart. 2-6-4 for 2.
I think the other thing that perhaps de Swart could do here, Cass, is
Maiden over. 2-6-8 for 2. End of 92 overs. 269 for 2.
to celebrate about.
End of 93 overs, 270 for 2.
He's playing a lot of nice shots again.
Glenn Phillips actually hasn't played a test.
I didn't sort of learn anything about batting. Oh, that's a good leave and a good ball. Look at that fly through. Solid in defence though. 271 for 3. He's gone after that. He's hit that right out the middle. There is deep points, a bit of a chase. It's a couple. Toe-ended.
That's what they've been able to do, especially from this end, the commentary, and they've been.
$274 for 3.
Good decision making yesterday about which pools he actually wanted to.
Another drive, straight to mid off. 279 for 3 it remains. Oh, he's not getting him out with that.
Or it then starts going down in trajectory. Fontaine is very much that typical sort of New Zealand Australian wicketkeeper where he takes the ball on the in.
Oh, it's a thick outside edge. It'll race away for 4. Frustration for Olafia.
It was full enough, but probably one that he wouldn't have wanted to have a big slash at.
Question last night, the decision to go round the wicket with the new ball. Didn't look as effective. Ravindra, if he's made any errors at all in this innings, it's usually been that he's been beaten on the outside edge.
Great delivery by Olafia. That's exactly that delivery there that we're talking about.
It's a nice shot too. Won't quite make it to the boundary. It's a big chase round there from point. Covered again. Pulled away. Nicely played. Rachin Ravindra. He looks willing here.
Before he got 50, Rachin Ravindra, and it looked like he was in. He was dominating, seeing the ball well. Out the middle of the bat, and not even too short from Mareki. He's picked up that length quickly and just latched onto it straight in the middle of the bat. The vacant area and square.
Leg side, it'll be leg by this.
Yeah, I think Captain Neil Brunt will be disappointed with those two deliveries.
Yesterday will be in the back of the mind, if not the front, for Captain Neil Brunt. Yeah, well, you leave that open, and that's an invitation for Rachin Ravindra.
Just met it with the middle of his bat. Crunched through mid-wicket, and it brings up the 300 for New Zealand.
That's a delightful shot.
Side is not to game plan.
Solid defence from Ravindra. 145 now. I love you more. That one beats the outside edge round the wicket. All the best. Oh, there's a bit of a shout here. They're going to have a look at this. Actually backed up a long way. He doesn't look too worried. That's a good line. Challenging Ravindra to play. Nice looking shot. Man there.
Say one of my most memorable.
On the drive, it's nicely played this. And it's a couple of points. And that's the end of the 104th over here. 302 for 3. And then your enemy.
Yeah, Bucky's Puerta.
Oh, it's nicely played. Yeah, man, a backward point. De Swart cuts it off. Very wide. And again, starting to see a bit of movement through the air here. And I wonder if that is... That one angled it in. Off the edge for Ravindra, forced to play.
As Scotty just shakes his head at me.
Driven, beautiful. Racing away, he's going to come back. Just a couple. That is it. He's got all of that, Rachin Ravindra, racing away to the boundary, and that is 150. What a test for Chin Diesel here. Straight to cover, no run to finish the over. 309 for 3.
High front elbow down the ground.
Oh, that's pretty good too. As he found the gap he has. Fielder got a hand on it, which just will slow it up enough. I mean, they'll come back for 2, but he really looks like he's got his eye in now. Oh, well bowled from Olivier. Just swung in a touch, crammed up. And bats down at 7 or 8. What a shot that is too. It's very good straight down the ground, doesn't he? Oh, that's Seagull. That's awkward. You throw in the likes of Glenn Phillips as well. Sort of going back to past New Zealand teams of older years where, well, the word from the New Zealand camp at the start of this test match was that Neil Wagner was left out a little bit. Nicely flicked through mid-wicket off his pads. Protection back there. And that's really a horses for courses sort of deal, isn't it, Katie? Depending on
Around how long they actually want to bat today. Quite often, if you're in a position like this, you want to bat.
Oh, that's 2 in a row. They've done quite a bit out of nowhere. Those last 2 deliveries have just jagged. Solid in defence. 316 for 3. it's a good wee period here for South Africa. Edged up and over, run away for 4. Was streaky from Ravindra. No luck at all for the bowler. Disappointment.
Just haven't had the catches in place to be able to take that. Just step, played hard with the hands. He was going to flash at those ones.
Oh, this time scrambled seam that goes past the outside edge. This is a quality. It's nicely played. Again, too easy for me just to get a single out to deep point. Good running, really good running. They'll come back for 2. Interesting. This is the most overs bowled by a South African captain in a test. In that test match, New Zealand captain Stephen Fleming scored a double 100, 262. James Franklin scored 122 not out at number 9. It's a good channel there across the left-hander.
When you actually throw with that leg down and side on.
But it's something I know the sides train, especially in T20 cricket. Another easy single for Ravindra to finish the Oliveira over. 329 for 3. It's going to be the skipper who's going to bowl the final over of the session.
And Ravindra single to start us. Yeah, you're right about Mitchell. I think he came out, he looked to make shots, played a lovely shot straight down the ground. It's full loopy delivery from the Swat. Driven for past the man at mid-off. Patterson, no chance. And that's an authoritative shot from Rachin Ravindra.
Place this as well. He's got it wide of mid-off. It was swinging and angling in a bit, but just enough width there. And he was able to beat mid-off. He's picked out mid-off so many times. You would love that placement, Ravindra.
It's high on the bounce.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the over. 137 for 3.
Single here, possibly 2. They will come back. And that's there to hit as well, straight to cover. Nicely played, 1 there. To backward point. To Swat again, round the wicket to Ravindra. There's a slash at that. Goes nowhere.
Get.
Nicely played, single there all day long. Just the 1 run so far off the over.
Because 10 minutes to put all your gear on and get your head sorted is actually...
Nicely played. Cover will grab that one. Just the single again. 3-4-7 for 3. Patterson to Ravindra. Takes the single first ball. You're making a point there, Rick.
Yeah, it was about where you want, what sort of condition you want the ball in when you bowl tomorrow.
And whoever you select in his place naturally fits that role. It's a nice shot from Ravindra. Just the single, though.
Number 5 is a great spot. You're not going to open.
Well, now they know what it feels like to walk with you. Not a lot of timing on that from Rachin Ravindra. Shot that, covered by Patterson.
And then they'd have to wake him up. He'd splash his face with water and go out and bat.
3-5-7 for 3. Nicely clipped away. Well, Brand's got a job to do here, and some caution necessary too. Hasn't looked like a wicket taking through. I've got super smash syndrome, Rick. It's nicely played. Swept around the corner by Ravindra. He moves to 189.
Far too far down the leg side, and well done too, caught up with it.
Oh, swept again, but there's cover back. Won't be able to cash in on that one. Bowling across from right to left as you watch at home. 2 bodies in place for the Swat here. Another change in the field setting. Oh, he's played that nicely, and a good touch on that. Neil Brand doing a good job in close. He's fielded in close throughout this test match, putting his body on the... So this is the acceleration we spoke about. Rocks back, cuts that away, just the one. Rachin Ravindra. Strike, and on 193. This is now his longest ever innings. Wants the strike, and he'll have it for the next over. End of 122. It's 376 for 4.
New Zealand's run rate up above 3 now.
It was that first hour that we said was going to be crucial for South Africa. South Africa almost looked, the discipline can wane.
There's a little bit of swing.
When I was commentating yesterday,
Yeah, they've really packed that offside, have South Africa. Got those 4 fielders there, plus this time he just uses the pace nicely and guides it behind point. He's going to come back for 2. That's good cricket.
it's a very defensive field for South Africa at the moment, and unfortunately with a defensive field like this, you can leak runs quickly. In.
196. I wonder if he's nervous, Grant. Who's on for an over or 2? No run. Another good over from De Swart. 386 for 4. Whoa. Means that there's plenty of singles like that that Ravindra would be more than happy to take. Do it in ones. 3. Oh, the use of the feet. Use of the feet from Ravindra. Another single goes to 199. Can't get it through. 393 for 5. On the drive, Phillips was taking off, but no run there either. Was on leg stump, but he couldn't beat mid-wicket. This is good. No time in at all. Good from Patterson. And that's where he will have to stay. There he goes. There it is, a double 100 for Rachin Ravindra, showcasing the immense talent and skill this young man possesses. That is a top knock. Well played. Becomes the 4th New Zealander to turn their maiden Test 100 into a double 100, and he's done it in impeccable style. Yeah, it's been impressive all round, hasn't it, Grant? You've had a bit to do with them over the years too.
Now that is a shot of authority from a man who's right in the game.
Now, I had to bat within myself, work through difficult periods, not throw it away. Can I play a few shots? Is it all right? I think it's fair enough.
Before this innings, with an offer. And that's put away for 4. 408 for 5.
Nice one to have in your portfolio. That was nice, wasn't it? A little shimmy down, hit it on top of the bounce. Well, it wasn't actually a shimmy, it was just some flamboyance.
That's fine. Just pull up before reaching the boundary. And again, a little bit of hesitation. Buys signaled by the umpire. End of the over, 418 for 5.
146? 346 balls. Do you really want someone that's going to come out and start?
Great use of the feet. It's up all the way for 6.
And it's the first time he does play the shot so well. A few overs ago, but that, I mean, that's just a wonderful use of the feet and over the top. And he's just churned the runs out in this innings with efficiency and discipline.
Yeah, such class from Rachin Ravindra. He's pulling out the shots, isn't he?
Get it through the gap, and now all of a sudden, as you would expect on 216, you start to actually find those gaps, and you find them with some timing. This is not a fast surface. Yeah, it's captaincy's got to be so much more fun when you're more preoccupied with
boundary riders keeping it down to a single.
Bit of foot movements. Caterpillar to butterfly stuff here at Bay Oval, that's for sure. And that is awkward. Good time to bring in Katie Martin. Thoughts on that? Oh, that was close in. Surprised Ravindra, back to way to cuts and just came back at him at pace. Goes after that. Oh, good effort. Good effort. Didn't spill it. Didn't spill it. That's the main thing.
And this season, haven't we? This would have been up there. Left hand diving forward. Oh, he had the opportunity. Oh, no, he's lost all of it. Oh, there it is. He tried.
Oh, points for effort. I thought he'd managed to keep what was left in his cup, but unfortunately what I saw was what was left in his cup. Solid in defence here. Yep. And still looking to score, looking to free the arms, and this will be another boundary. Rachin Ravindra is suddenly in a hurry here at Bay Oval.
Wicketless so far. He's just had the control. That is a classic shot. Just head over top of the ball, weight following forward, a full flourish on that. Just limited footwork, enough to be able to create that space to hit that square.
Time for South Africa. They're trying to limit the damage, and it is just death by 1,000 cuts right now. Boundary after boundary. 2 sixes to finish the last over. Now 2 fours in this one.
Well, I guess the discussion for New Zealanders is 39, just over 39 overs to go in the day's play, and it's going to be how many runs that they want in the first innings and how long they want to be able to bowl to South Africa today. Well, I guess the discussion for New Zealanders is 39, just over 39 overs to go in the day's play, and it's going to be how many runs that they want in the first innings.
Oh, Ravindra again on the drive, but must be cut off by the man there. Extra cover. Even more concerning, Katie, is it's largely risk-free. Shots that have been played have been controlled, even those that have call him Slink. Down the pitch and pulled out of the shot as the adjustment was made by Brunt. Yeah! And that's it. Just like that, Ravindra has gone, looking to sweep one away. Brunt snuck one through. Not the way Rachin Ravindra wanted to go, but it has been a marvellous innings. The crowd rises, and they rise because of this. He backed away, came off the inside of the leg, I think. Onto the stumps, and a handshake from the captain and from all the South African side. Great show of respect.
Well played, Rachin Ravindra. You deserve all those applauds, and I'm sure there's going to be many more to come. We've been treated to a special innings from a future star of New Zealand cricket. Ravindra is finally dismissed for a very, very accomplished 240. New Zealand 474 for 7.